Okay, so the blended learning principles tell us that we should release our module content on a week-by-week basis. So once you've started to create your module content, you're probably going to want to start thinking about how you will control the release of that material to your students. Now, you can do it in one of two ways. You can either do it manually or you can do it automatically, and we'll look at both here. Now, publishing content manually is very straightforward. Notice here on week 1 that I've got this green button with a tick on it, and I've got that for every bit of content within the module block and for the module block itself here on the title bar. And that tells me that all of this content is currently published and visible to students. If I was to click on this button and I was to turn it from green to grey, that would tell me that none of the content in this module block is currently visible. The items within the module block are all published, they're all ready to go, but because the module block itself is hidden, none of that content can be seen by your students. So actually, manually publishing and unpublishing content is really quick and easy to do, but you do need to remember to do it. You'll have to remember each week at the appointed time to log into Canvas and click this button in order to ensure that your students can see that content. It's a hostage to fortune, so you may want to automate that process, and it is easy to do. So let's publish this module block, and let's think about how we would control students' access to it automatically. To do that, I would track across here on the module block's title bar to the More Options menu. I would click on that and I'll edit. And from the Edit Module Settings page, you can see I've got this option to lock until. I'm going to tick that, and I'm going to use this calendar tool to specify the publication date. And in this case, I'm going to choose the 27th of September. I'm going to click Done, and I'm going to update the module. Now, at the moment, because I've got students enrolled on my test course, it's telling me that some students can already see this content, and it's asking me whether I want to remove their access to it. I do, so I'm going to relock that module. Okay, so now none of my students can see the content in this module until, notice here, I've got this reassuring message, until the 27th of September at 9 o'clock. So I could repeat that process for week 2. I could click on the More Options menu for the module block itself, so here on the title bar, click on the More Options menu, select Edit, tick Lock Until, and use the calendar tool to specify the publication date, in this case, the 4th of October. Click Done, update modules, relock it to remove the current student's access to that content, and notice, again, I've got this reassuring message here just below the module block. So you can imagine, by the time I finish this process, as I've gone through all of my module blocks, assigned a publication date, I'll be able to see that schedule laid out very clearly and very reassuringly in front of me.